Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you're all doing well today. Today I have just a little project. It's not something that I'm starting from scratch, but more something I'm going to be altering. And that is this little planner, Christmas planner. And I saw it, I think actually it says 50 cents, but I think I actually got this free at the Salvation Army. Our Salvation Army usually has some boxes out front, some big totes out front with books in them. And I saw this one, and it's a little binder, and I picked it up. And the reason I like this is because it's a Christmas planner, but it's got good things like calendar, a section for notes, a section for shopping lists, and then gifts received. And so I picked it up for free, really, but I'm just not that happy with the way it looks. I mean, it's cute. I'm not going to deny it's not cute, but it's just not what I would want. And there's plenty of paper in here in each of the sections that I can use it for several years. So I just want to show you what I've done already, and then I'll do a little bit with you. It's got tabs here, and we'll look at those, but it says this planner belongs to, and I'm going to cover that up. This one here, it had some other sentiment, and I actually covered it up. It looks like I did a collage. I didn't. This is actually one piece of paper that was collage style, but I just covered up the little picture that was there. And then for the calendar, I made this little collage here, again, to cover up what was underneath there. And again, this is just a piece of paper. I cut out this cute little Santa. I think he must have been from a vintage craft book, because he's made of like foam and glitter and, you know, whatever. And then this little Merry Christmas here. And that's the leader page for the calendar. But see, it's got all these calendar pages that are blank. So I can use this, and it's quite a few, so I can use this for several years. And then the next section is notes, and I went ahead and covered it with this little paper here. My theme for my December daily this year is going to be home for the holidays, so I just decided to use this little paper with the home. And then I have this little holly jolly here, and that's the notes section. And then I made this little bookmark out of an old piece of a Woolworth's ornament box. And I punched the holes. I just traced the holes from one of the pieces of note paper, so I knew where they would go. I punched the holes in it. I had to cut a little notch here to avoid this thing here, but I can move this bookmark then, because they give you a whole lot of pages for notes, which is great. So I can move the bookmark to where I need it to be. Then the next section is the shopping list, and what I did was I just put this front of a card. This was given to me last year from some friends of mine from church. So I just cut the cover to cover up the picture that was there. And this is a shopping list. And it says, in addition to family and friends, other special people to remember. And it's got a list, which is really actually quite good, so you don't forget that your hairstylist and whoever, you know, who you want to remember. And then you can write the name, the year, and then what you got that person. So, and then the last section is, again, I covered it and put this little thing here that says December 25th. This is gifts received, so I can keep track. Now, I always do keep a list in my December daily proper of what I got for Christmas and who gave it to me. But I'll write it in here too, or maybe I'll write it in here and then move this to my December daily. But anyway, I just wanted to work on this a little bit with you. So it says this planner belongs to, well, I'm using mostly paper from this Pebbles pack here. I'm trying to use it up. Now, the problem is a lot of these papers, look how cute these are. I'll use a lot of these in my December daily. The problem is, except for this one with the flowers, every one of these other ones, let's see, this one is the only one that is not glittered. All these other ones, as cute as they are, have glitter on them. So I didn't want to use these for the covers. So I cut some other papers to decorate the cover, and I cut out some more paper to do this part here. But I just wanted to show you really quickly these little things here that I wrote, like this Merry Christmas here, and these little things, the Holly Jolly, and the one I used this December 25th. What I did was I used some cut aparts from this paper pad, and let's see, where's the sheet I cut? Well, it doesn't matter because this is a repeat. What I did, like for this Holly Jolly, it's actually a tag. See, it's right here. That's that one right here. I just cut it out, and then I just cut it straight across to just make it, you know, I cut the tag part off because I didn't want the whole, these have these whole things on them and stuff. So I just cut them off and used the sentiments from these. The December 25th, I just cut it off there, same thing. So if you have these and you don't use the tags or stuff, think about using them in a different way. You could actually use them as journaling cards, just cut them square and around the corners or something. They don't have to be tags if you're not going to use them as tags. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to work on this a little bit. So I'll cover this page, and all I did was I measured roughly, you know, what it is. I don't mind that this shows here, this little ruffle down here. On these other ones, there's a ruffle on the side. That's fine with me. So I'm going to be using this paper again, this house paper, because like I said, my theme for this year is home for the holidays, and you know, that was good for last year too with COVID, because a lot of people were not able to go anywhere for the holidays because of COVID. But I just like to be home for the holidays. I don't like to travel on the holidays. Now that doesn't mean I might not go to the cabin sometime over the holiday, but yeah, I'm gonna mostly be home. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that there like that. And I used this Pebbles paper pack just because this thing's getting away from me here. That I cut that way too big. Let me use this one here instead. This Pebbles paper pack, the colors go well. The greens and reds go well with this binder here. So I have that. So then I have this little Merry Christmas, and this was the little tag from that pack, from the Pebbles paper pack. Oh my goodness, all my glue. I like to use this glue because it dries quickly, but sometimes getting it out is not as easy, especially when it's getting low. And if you leave it on the side, on its side, you got to be really careful because it'll start to ooze out. And if any of you have used this, you know what I'm talking about. You got to be kind of quick. So this has the brown in it, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. This house paper is not from that Pebbles pack, I don't believe. It just happened to have the right, yeah, this house paper is not from the Pebbles pack. It's from, look, see? Can you see that? Let's see here. It's oozing again already. Stop that. All right, so I'm just going to put that little thing there. And then on this side here, this is just a piece from my greeting card that I got last year that I want to put up at the top. Now, this is just like a little planner that I'm going to be using, you know, through the month of December. It's not my December daily. It's not meant to hold ephemera or anything like that. It is purely for me to use to make lists and put ideas and, you know, whatever. So I'm not going to be overly decorating it because it's going to be opened and closed quite a bit and used quite a bit. I already have some ideas for some Christmas gifts, so instead of writing a note somewhere else, I said, you know, I'm going to get on with this planner and just get started on it so I can go ahead and start writing down the ideas for my Christmas gifts, because if I don't write them down, I am going to forget. And for me, honestly, the hardest part about buying Christmas gifts for people is thinking of what to get them, you know, and particularly like my parents who, you know, they're in their 80s, they have everything they need, And, you know, if you think of something clever or something, you want to write it down. You don't want to forget. And my brother, he's also someone that's very hard for me to purchase for. So I actually have an idea for him and I need to write it down so I don't forget. But I don't want Post-it notes everywhere, you know, with bits and bobs getting lost all over my desk. So I love this little planner. And if you don't need a Christmas planner, you want like a regular planner or something, guys, look what's out there at the thrift shops that you can get inexpensively, and think about maybe doing what I'm doing and modifying it to fit your aesthetics a little bit. Now this page I'm using for the cover here, this is a page from one of those I Spy books. And I just think it's really cute. I love these. This was a Christmas I Spy book. I just think it's really, really cute. So I'm using that for the cover. And see, this was a Hallmark planner, and it was $14.95, and I got it for free. So you gotta love that. And then on the back, I'm just using this script. Well, it's not script. It's like typewritten words, but they're all Christmas-related words, or Christmas sentiments or Christmas words, whatever. And I'm going to use this for the back. So, yeah, so, you know, if you go to thrift shops, look in this, if they have a stationery section, that's usually where they would have a book like this. Or, you know, you could even take a composition book. I know right now with back to school sales, they're like 50 cents at a lot of the stores like Walmart's and stuff. Get yourself a composition book and just make some tabs on the sides with the different categories of things that you might want. I might actually add one here for recipes, or put a section in my notes for recipes, because I do want to try some new recipes this Christmas. I am the family's baker. My mom is an excellent cook, and she does do some Christmas baking. Well, she used to do more than she does now, but I have always been the sweet maker, the cookie maker and everything, and I think people would just mutiny if I did not make my cookies for Christmas. But the thing is, I have started to eat more healthy. I am leaning more towards a whole food, plant-based diet. I'd love to go fully that way, but I don't think my husband would agree. I mean, he is a vegetarian, and we do eat a lot of vegan things, but until I get him aboard on that. But I do want to try, actually, I found some wonderful recipes for whole food, plant-based treats and stuff like that. So I'd like to make some of those this Christmas. I'll still make some of my regulars for my family, but I like sweets too, so I would like to eat some stuff. And so I'm going to try some new recipes. So I might try to make a little recipe section. And see, I just made a little spine piece here to match the cover. Now, I could have used any paper, but this cutoff actually fit quite well, so I figured I'll just use that for the spine. And I'm not even going to worry about this part or this part. I can't go all the way because I don't know if you can see, it's got these metal things holding the binder in. So that's that. And then it's, even though it's very, very decorative on the front, I did want to use these stickers that I have and just write out, if I can here, plans. And I'm really not thinking this out. I need to maybe get all the stickers out and then figure out how they're gonna go. Usually you have to start with the middle letter and then work out both ways if you want to get it centered. I think, did I learn that in typing? I'll tell you what, I had to do a lot of typing for something just recently, for something for church. I am so glad I took typing in high school because I can use that keyboard without hunting pecking, which is so wonderful. Now, there's this cute little reindeer, little felted reindeer here. I don't want to cover him up. And there's that little angel there, so I think, no, I'm going to do it up here. A little bit of his ears might be covered up, but I think that's okay. I mean, not his ears, his antlers. I'm going to just take this. Oh, great. Now I just stuck that to myself. We're going to hope that this works. So I'm going to put the A in the middle. And I know that these are busy stickers, but I think that they'll work. Oh, okay, so I put the A way too high because the L has to come down here. I wonder if I could take that off. Oh, I can. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. It pulled up a tiny bit, but I'm going to cover it up again. Okay, there we go. And then the P can go here. And if I find that this is coming off, I'll glue them on. They're pretty sticky. But, you know, after using it and stuff, if I feel like they're coming off, I will go ahead and just use some glue to stick them down. Sometimes if you have older, okay, the S is just the S the way it is. If you have older stickers, they may not be so sticky. Okay, so there. So that's it, guys. That's it right there. So these are my plans. This is my little binder. I took that Hallmark binder. Now you can put, this one actually has pockets, which is nice on the back of each of these sections here. It's got a pocket, but if you didn't have a pocket, you could put pockets in, and you know, you can decorate it as much as you want. Like I said, I'm trying to really keep it a little bit flat, especially since like there's, you know, you'd be writing in this. I don't want it so bumpy that when I'm writing my notes, you know, it's too bumpy and it's difficult. So that's it. So guys, see if you can't find some kind of binder that's already out there that you can repurpose. Get a composition book or some kind of little book and just make tabs. Even if you find one that's like, let's say this was exercise oriented and you didn't like that, as long as you like the papers, you know, whatever the papers are, you can always cover the tabs with another piece of paper and rename them to match, you know, what your purpose is. So I hope you like this little project. I am starting to work on some Christmas projects. I know that a lot of people did Christmas in July. I'm a little bit late to the game, but I am starting to now do some Christmas crafting for my shows in November, and I'll show you some of that stuff as I go along. And I will be setting up my December daily, and we'll be working on that one too. Because one of the things, especially about planning for Christmas, every year, I always say, next year I'm going to be more organized. Next year I'm going to be more organized so that I don't wait till the last minute to do everything. And I think this will really help me because with the calendars and stuff, I can really look. I hope to have all my baking and everything done by the end of, I'd say the end of November. I make my cookies and most of my freeze. If there's anything like chocolate, I do wait for like toffee and stuff. I do actually do that later. But if all my shopping's done, the gifts are wrapped, the cookies are baked and in the freezer, then, you know, I feel so much better. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you get inspired by this to make yourself a plan book, whether it's for Christmas or for exercise or a cookbook or whatever you would like. Use something that's out there and repurpose it. You know, help save the planet. Use up some of your paper scraps and, you know, have something that's really useful for what you need it for. So thanks for watching, guys. Please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I always appreciate that. And until the next video, I hope you all are truly blessed. Bye-bye.